Greetings! This is the Solo Gamer, aka Matt, and as you can no doubt see, I'm armored up and ready to go squash some bugs. This is indeed Helldivers 2. First of all, sorry for the delay. My life and work schedules are chaos and anarchy, and that's just how it is. Secondly, apologies, my health has been a bit of a suspect issue, so I've been recovering from that. Kill 15 Devastators. Fucking shit is a Devastator. This game really needs some kind of a document or data file that shows you like all the bad guys, so you know who the hell is what in this game. Now, I apologize. I wanted to wait until this cough went away.
The Super Destroyer
will
is
not
ready
go away.
for your next mission.
So I figured, well, what the fuck, might as well get it done. Now, Helldivers, for those of you not in the know, is a 1 to 4 player co-op or single gameplay experience taking place in a very Starship Troopers meets, I don't know, I guess you could say Starship Troopers meets kind of a Left 4 Dead type style. Definitely the game itself is definitely Starship Troopers meets every sci-fi alien bug race ever. But it plays exceptionally well and is a lot of fun. And you are the titular Helldiver, or one of many. In fact, let me demonstrate.
One of our planets.
This is my ship, the Bringer of Dawn. Every ship out there is another Helldiver playing the game. This view field was empty a week ago when I first got my hands on the game. The game has exploded massively. I'm recording this in the dead of night, mind you.
The bugs swarm across this planet.
And I'm recording it at this time explicitly because it's one of the few times you can get on and actually get some game time in. So I'm going to do a couple of missions here, because each one takes about 10 to 15, depending upon side missions. Let's take off.
Orbital thrusters.
This is me. Interesting note. I chose one of the male voices, and I'm pretty sure it's Yuri Lowenthal. You'll hear it when I play, but I'm fairly certain it's Yuri. Now, here's how the game starts. Now, I'm level 10 or 11 at this point, or 12, I forget. But you start the game with some basic equipment, a couple of orbital strikes, and that's it. Now, as you play, you can unlock more stuff. There is a battle pass, there are some microtransactions, but it's not onerous. It's not like with Suicide Squad, that unbelievable pile of shit they generated. The microtransactions are unobtrusive and completely optional. Anything you want can be acquired in-game. I've acquired most of it, well, actually all of it, through in-game play and the special edition bonus. That's it. The game's only $40. If you want the special edition, it's an extra 20, which is worth it in my opinion. But as you advance, you unlock new gear. You start with just this and a few other odds and ends. But now, as you can see, I'm quite well decked out, including my gas strike, my napalm strike, my guard dog, the adorable little rover, and some sentry turrets and landmines, just in case the bugs get a little too frisky. You can also acquire wear-nose boosters, which give you permanent mission-specific adjustments. Like in this case, I have the Helldiver Hell Pod optimization, which means I come out of my pod fully equipped. Usually you only come out with about half your weapons and ammo supplies. So you only get half the grenades, half the stims, and half the clips. This means you come out fully loaded, ready for war, which if you get killed in the fight is very helpful, because it means you're ready to get right back in and rock and roll. You are the Super alert. Elite. Never forget that. Yes, and you're shooting me onto a planet in a goddamn cannon shell. I'm sorry, I love this game's tone and style. It is super Starship Troopers. And the fact that they embrace it so wholeheartedly is what I love about it. Because they're just like, we know this is campy over the top sci-fi bullshit. We're gonna go right into the thick of it, just run through. Like this. If your squad mate sympathizes with an enemy, report them to your democracy officer. Because thought crimes kill. Like, they're absolutely not joking about that shit. This is super hardcore all the way through. Did I drop right in an enemy bastion? No, I'm safe. Okay, good. Ooh. Now, as you play, you'll find different gear. Like, these items here are samples. You can use them to get upgrades for your ship. Higher difficulty equals better samples, but more challenge and danger. So, keep that in mind. Now, where am I? Looks like my first target is over here. And then I'll cut across and head towards the big nest first. I do apologize for the coughing. I wanted to wait until I was 100% and no longer dealing with this problem, and that just is not happening. Now here's what you do with the airstrikes. You use DDR to choose an airstrike, which then drops the airstrike in the area after about 3 to 4 seconds. Once it drops it into the area, whatever you call down will go into effect. In this case, a sentry turret. Why did I call it a sentry turret? Simple. The sentry turret can hold off enemy forces while I deal with other problems, like these nests. They are unpleasant, unwelcome, and I need to destroy them. Whoops.
Get some! Get some!
Now.
Bag's empty.
Now that's the thing. If you reload with a half-empty mag, you lose all the ammo. So you never want to do that if you can avoid it. Alright, so I finished here. And it says there's a flamethrower nearby. Nice. Ooh, some more samples too. Now you will find random weapons in the battlefield. Just how it
Tagging map,
goes.
northwest.
It is exceptionally handy and very cool. You'll also find outposts, tactical equipment, bug hives, all kinds of stuff. And it's worth it to sometimes check them out,
There's
but you
something
have
here.
a time limit. Do not dawdle. Get your shit done and leave if you can, as soon as you can. And acquisitions. Okay. So there's 3 types of currency in this game, and all of them can be acquired in different ways, but they're almost all acquired. They can almost all be acquired in-game. You can acquire them through combat bonuses, pickups, different missions, etc. Oh, for the record, the flamethrower in this game is fucking amazing. Like, it is a mammoth
Bug out,
and
bug.
effective crowd control tool.
Fire in the
Like,
hole.
you want to deal with crowd control, this thing will deal with crowd control. It does have problems. It burns through its fuel pretty quick, and it is definitely short range. So unless you like being in the middle of it, it may not be for you. But for crowd control and getting some breathing room, especially in a situation where you're backpedaling or retreating, it is unrivaled. Now, right now, I'm carrying 2 weapons, which are the standard configuration you start with. 1 main weapon, 1 backup. My backup's this armor punching super revolver, which, yes, it will chunk armor like nobody's business. Very powerful. On the other side is the revolver I'm carrying, which is, well, for lack of a better term, I keep it for armor penetration because basically, if you're trying to punch through an enemy's
Get some!
shell,
Get some!
the shotguns and rifles will bounce. They'll reflect. But if you hit them with a revolver or a sniper rifle, it'll instantaneously punch them. It'll instantaneously punch you down. Now, what you just saw me do was a gas strike. A gas strike leaves a cloud of toxin behind, which, if you put it in a choke point like that, instantaneously eats these sons of bitches to pieces. It doesn't last forever, so you have to be aware. The enemy can and will flank you.
Last reload!
But, as the old saying goes,
How about a nice cup of liver tea?
you know what you're doing.
Attack underway.
Fire in the hole! Bag's empty!
The thing I love about the flamethrower, instant egg busting capacity. Very nice. Now,
Dropping a pin.
we're gonna
Northeast.
head northeast and target the next bug center. But first, I'm gonna drop a sentry right on these jerks.
Deploying sentry. Setting
And
down
let the sentry do the job for me.
Last reload!
And see, the sentry's great because the sentry will fight on your behalf, even if you're not there,
Firing gas strike.
and you'll still get notified of its kills. So like if you want to clear, if you're like running from an enemy or you want to clear the path behind you, it'll fight your battle for you, literally. So far, you've noticed I haven't
Taste
taken
of
any real.
democracy.
Go ahead, so that's because I'm playing this on the second difficulty level. Because playing solo, anything above easy is a war, and you're gonna get killed. To demonstrate this, I thought it'd be better if I started on something a little bit more reasonable.
Freedom
So when
forever!
you take damage like that, you take a certain amount to pay on your armor rating and the target. Now, here's where things get interesting. You have med packs called stims, which, if you're injured, a stim will instantaneously bring you back up to health, and can actually, in some cases, bring you back up to full health near immediately. But it's a slow burn. You aren't instantly healed. It takes time. So if you're getting injured or if you're getting swarmed, you need to get distance, stim up, then run. Retreat is usually the best course of action if you're overwhelmed or getting swarmed. And sometimes you may not have a choice. It might just be better to go down fighting and let your next Helldiver come in. Because if you get killed,
Bug outpost
and you
spotted.
see the top,
Prepare to exterminate.
you see the top 5 there, that tells me that I have 5 Helldivers in my command.
Gas strike incoming.
By using, so if you get overwhelmed, using a Helldiver to do as much damage as possible and then retreat, is usually a way to go. It's not always the best way, but it'll
Throwing
normally get the
grenade.
job done. Ah, and now you die. Gotta get them grenades in the holes, damn it. Alright. Where else? Now see, I'm injured, so my aim is worse.
Tagging map, east.
So if I do this, I'm back and ready to roll.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Now you notice I do sometimes reload my weapon even when it's not full. When it's not fully depleted. And that's just because I want to make sure I have everything ready to go for my next engagement.
Deploying sentry.
Last reload. How'd you like to taste of freedom? Out of ammo.
And see, that's where the flamethrower ain't quite so good.
More silver.
It's really good at close quarters, but long range, not so much. Here, get cooked.
Have a taste of democracy.
Yeah, see, flamethrower is great at close range. Instant bug fire. There is a side effect that I didn't get a chance to bring up, though. If a bug is on fire and they hit you, you catch on fire and take damage, and it can be instantly fatal, like just near immediate.
Firing gas strike.
Yeah, strike inbound. Think about the orbitals. You get an orbital direct impact, instant death. Kills the target right off. I was not expecting that. Alright, boys. Welcome to my barbecue. Enjoy the cookout. And now that my mission is done, I need to do what's known as extraction. The thing is, it's just not about finishing the mission. Oh no. You gotta get back out again. And getting back out can be the worst part of the battle.
Freedom forever.
So, right now I'm heading towards the extraction zone. And along the way I need to be careful not to get caught up by bug assaults or any of that jazz. So it's all about being careful not to get pinned down and then trapped. Which can happen. It's happened to me more than once. Alright.
Extraction request confirmed.
And no enemies in sight. And this is how I extract. I set up essentially walls of devastation in every direction I can so that I can try and just hold them off as long as possible.
Deploying sentry.
Also, one big point that you don't see in this case that is very important when you're playing the game, friendly fire is a thing here. Like, a huge thing. So, your own turrets, your own strikes, your own weaponry, it can all hurt you. Resupply.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
How'd you like to taste of freedom?
Turn up the heat.
taste of
See, this is why I love the flamethrower. Instantaneously turns anything they walk across into death. Shotgun. I got a Zerg and a shotgun. Bring them home to you.
Falcon 1, landing in progress.
Tell me you don't feel that. And yes, the shuttle does come armed, and yeah, it will kill the targets to try and get you some breathing room. But it is not a guarantee. When it lands, do not hesitate. Get the hell on it. Get it. Yeah. One of the best things about this game is difficulty does not determine fun. I've enjoyed this on many different difficulty levels, but you can have fun on all of them. It's just a matter of finding what is your particular thing. And I'm having a blast with it. Now you notice the optional objectives. Couldn't find the artillery beacon, I guess. Missed it. It's not required, but it does give you bonuses. I did wipe out 3 of 5 nests, so I get a bonus. And I get a bonus based on how much time I had left. So you get experience, resources, medals, and then super credits, which is another thing. So that was a good victory. Not a glorious one, but it will do. Good sample size, though. Anytime you get 5 or more samples, it's a good day. Because samples, especially early on, the base samples can really give you a bonus. Because they do things like upgrade your ship to give you better airborne strikes, unlock new abilities, and it's really helpful. Super Earth. Alright. So, first mission down.
We have
They'll have no idea what the Devastators are, but that's okay. Alright, so let me go demonstrate. This is the requisition ship management page. And this is where you would spend your resource points for new weapons, equipment, or gear. Now, as you see, these are the items I own, and the ones with the locks are the ones I can unlock. The ones that are in red, I cannot unlock. If they're unlocked but I don't have enough money, they're just gray. Eagle strafing run, all this stuff, jump pack. Jump pack's fun, but it is definitely not my style. Still cool though. And it does give you verticality, which can allow you to really, really turn the tide if you're getting just absolutely surrounded, because you can relocate to a completely different area immediately, and it gives you some breathing room. Honestly, I still prefer heavy weapons fire to mobility, but that's just me. Now, things like the heavy machine gun replacement are really more effective with teams. Things like the Tesla Tower are really good for defenses, but you are very much vulnerable to that shit. Anti-personnel minefields, supply packs, grenade launchers, laser cannons. Laser cannon good, but definitely needs a buff because it is not as effective as I'd like. Now here's Rover, guard dog Rover with my little laser buddy, which I did not use in the last one. I'll use in my next one. And then I've got machine gun sentry, Gatling sentry, and then these are the other items. Now this guard dog has guns instead of lasers. Advantage of that faster, higher damage output. Downside of that, has to rearm on you. There's the autocannon, rockets, etc. All of it has its purposes, but this game does really contribute to build being important. Now this is the module screen, and this is what your samples go to. Now you can see it is a big purchase rate. And the more advanced stuff requires advanced samples, which you only get at medium or higher difficulty. Which you have to build up to, because those battles are brutal. So for now, can't get anything here. Now that's the ship. Now what about you as the Helldiver? Welcome to Acquisitions, the War Bond Center. Now the War Bonds are where you buy guns, armor. You can also get super credits. Every time you beat a mission or find medals out in the field, you acquire items like these. You use different guns, different bonuses, different abilities, emotes, armor plating. Not a fan of this red armor stuff. It's got a cool thing if you're like a supporter class, but nah, not my style. Now this is cool. The Bone Snapper. Snapper. It's like an emergency medic assault unit. And there's of course my breaker shotgun, plus 100 super credits, which I'll claim that now so you can see how it works. It's quick and simple. If you've got enough medals, you can claim it immediately and go about your business. And then there's vitality enhancement, there's player card, there's impact grenades, and laser rifle, which is next on my list. But I have not spent enough medals to acquire that yet. So, we'll get there. On the other side is the superstore, where you spend the super credits you can acquire both in game or through real world money to buy specific armor sets, gear, and equipment, and they do come with stats. Now I know what some people would say: pay to win, pay to win. No, it's not pay to win. Depending upon how you play, none of this is going to be that big of a factor. I picked the Exterminator because it suits my play style, and I like the look of it. Same thing with the cape. I like the look of it. But if you want super credits, they're relatively cheap and they come in reasonable price points. But they're not required. You can earn them in game all you like. Now, where do we customize our Helldiver? In the armory, of course. Now, what do I have as far as weaponry? I got pump action, auto shoddy, submachine gun, bigger submachine gun. I got a marksman rifle, a liberator explosive, which honestly kind of disappointed. I mean, it hits hard, but it actually doesn't do armor pen, which is with it unless you're facing off against non-armored foes, it's worthless. What do I have for my secondary? I got the regular, got the auto shot, I got the rapid fire auto pistol, and I got the revolver. And the revolver's my go-to because even though it says light armor penetrating, this thing will punch through armor like nobody's business. And lastly, for grenades, I got frag or explosive. Honestly, I like frag. Really good for crowd clearing. Not so good for other stuff. But anyway. So, I've shown you a battle against the bugs. Now I'll show you a battle against the machines. And no, the battle against the machines has not been going well for us Helldivers, but we're starting to really make some progress. Avelian Krim, Durgan, all these are plants that are currently in dispute. Now, destroy Ottoman facility.
Upon which anvil shall freedom's hammer fall, Helldiver? Operation complete.
Oh, so these are the Devastator missions. Okay. So we're about to see if I live through this or not. I'm really expecting to just get absolutely shreked. But look, I'm not the only one fighting this fight. There's plenty other Helldivers. If you're looking to get into like a
Hellpods Prime. Mission coordinates locked.
if you're looking to get into like a multiplayer co-op thing, there are tons of them out there. No biggie. Alright. So, drop here. They need gas strike, 120mm, the rover, and my Gatling sentry, and my booster.
Launch initiated.
And you'll see why I want the rover for this one. Now the defense missions, they are unbalanced right now. There's a huge problem with that where the only way to do defense missions properly is team. You cannot play it solo like I do. I tried, I died repeatedly. It was not pleasant. Now the attack missions, or some missions, they're just like standard missions. And you can do them team or solo. It works both ways. And land. Okay, I'm down. Now,
Let them come. Let them brawl.
let me introduce
Let them
you
face
to a
the
little friend of mine.
insurmountable might of that
Deploying
Helldiver.
equipment package.
Attacking map. Northwest.
Let me introduce you to a beloved friend of mine. This would be Rover. Rover's a good boy. Very good boy. You see, Rover
Found something.
is essentially an unmade drone with a high-power laser gun that will fly around and basically shoot anything that comes within a certain range. Break action shotgun. Huh. Interesting. Problem with that is I don't have any ammo for it. See, I didn't have any ammo on him. Doesn't do me any good right now. No big deal. I'll find something else as I go. Oh, there's a bot facility directly ahead. There's also something.
Tactical asset nearby.
Oh, hello, tactical asset. You wouldn't by any chance be? Yes, you are. You're carrying mini nukes. Very good. You see, the thing about this is what I didn't find in the last mission. This is the artillery beacon. Essentially, the artillery beacon can be armed and prepped, then used against enemy forces. What does that mean to you? Well, if you go through the trouble of arming and prepping the artillery system, you can then call upon its mighty artillery shells to rain devastation upon thy enemies. And believe me, this thing fucks. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Do I have company? Do I have any company? No. Okay, no. Good. No company on site at the moment. Big problem with arming these things is that, yep, that's what I thought. You will inevitably have enemies come join the party.
Back to empty.
What in the fucking shit?
Sending down sentry.
For prosperity.
Gas strike incoming. Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
Okay. Looks like I dealt with the worst of them. Start loading this bad boy up.
objective near your position.
Problem solved.
High priority target eliminated. Justice served.
And no, this is not easy. Without that artillery, that battle would have been near impossible. And to be fair, I'm still not done. Because I need to get that damn factory offline. So, on that note,
Sending down sentry.
so this is why I like this shit. Standard sidearm won't even slow that
Throwing
thing down.
grenade! Dropping a pit, northeast.
Let's resupply. Drop detected. Okay.
Firing gas strike.
Now, question some people will ask is, why does gas affect the machines? It's not actually gas specifically, it's corrosion. Like, to the point where it's like essentially eating them alive. And boom. This is why I love having that artillery. It is instantaneous clearage if you land the hit right. With Rover as my backup, as you can see, making plenty of progress. And yes, you can take control of enemy turns. You can take control of enemy support. It is possible. It is difficult, but it is possible.
Firing gas strike.
You do not want to go face to face with these guys if you can avoid it.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Oh wait. See, my bad. But that's what happens if you get killed. Takes you out, but then you can drop right back in with a fresh Helldiver. Watch this. Whoa, still shelling. I don't know about. Oh. Here, hold that for me, would you? And get some distance. Glorious. All right.
Tagging map.
Now my next
North.
job is to cross the bay, get to that target, and see if I can get to it without getting turned into chili. Yeah, that's gonna be fucking crazy. I think what I'll do is I'll drop a minigun right on the main doorstep.
Main objective near your position. Sending down sentry.
You have ignited the torches of liberty.
Nice.
Extraction awaits.
High priority target eliminated.
Dropping a pin. Northeast.
That's also why I want the laser cannon. I don't know what this breach loader fires, but the rounds must be the size of a rock. Surrounded. That's not good.
Mag's empty.
Extraction is available.
I'm aware. And create a little diversion for myself and
Gas strike
leave.
incoming.
Here, hold that. And here's the holdout. Okay. Alright. Drop a resupply,
Down equipment package.
just in case.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
This is going to get hard because I do not have my usual defensive arrangements ready.
ETA T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds. Deploying sentry.
Now that Gatling gun, I might have a chance.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Shame I couldn't make a break for that gold light. That's usually resources, but I'm not going to risk it in this fight.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Nah, not happening, Chainsaw Boy.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds. ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup. Pelican 1 landing in progress.
Let's go.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Yes, I'm out.
Another victory for the right side of history.
And done. And you'll notice because I did the optional objectives, I got a bonus. I extracted, I got a bonus. I destroyed multiple outpoints, I got a bonus. And I had almost half my time left, I got a bonus. Every round you play, you can get bonuses for different things. You have to just decide what's more important and what you think will give you the best benefit. But that was an excellent match, and now I know how to fight Devastators. Coolness. My belly on. Nice. And on my way home. That went well. Better than I anticipated, to be sure. And so I took down 6 Devastators in that fight. Nice.
Each mission puts this crew at risk, but everyone here would gladly give their lives to preserve democracy.
Oh yeah, this Starship
Ministry of
Trooper vibes
Expansion
is
says we're actually still in
definitely,
the early stages of galactic colonization.
definitely strong here, and I love
Really
it.
blows your mind. All those planets settled since the Great Galactic War, and we're still just...
Yeah. These two ran out of lines real fast, which got annoying, but that's okay. Anyway, that is Helldivers, or at least as much as I'm going to record tonight. Probably put in some grind time to get more Devastators killed. But as you can see, the game is a lot of fun. And if you have a team of friends that you trust and can work with, absolutely worth it. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I've played both online and off. I just prefer offline because I don't usually get on at a time when other people are playing, and the few people I've played online with were usually just randos. Good people, and they did a good job, but just not my usual thing. That being said, I highly recommend this game, especially at the price point of $40. Definitely worth it. If you're into co-op shooters or just shooters in general, worth the time and the money. Anyway, this is the Solo Gamer. You may call me Matt, and I may do some more of this later. It depends on my mood. Maybe once I'm fully 100% again and not acting my lungs up, I'll do another round. Either way, give Helldivers a try or not. I'm just saying it might be worth it. Otherwise, it's been fun. I'll see you next time.